Wharf entrance covered. In position and waiting. Petra, status updates.
Hanji, Mike, and Erd are in position as well. Farland's report said the dealers wouldn't arrive until 1:15 a.m. Expect at least 15 more minutes of waiting.
Thank you, Petra. Our mission tonight is a simple one. Intercept and retrieve a black market trade-off between two dealers down at the Shiganshina Wharf.
Your targets are named Elliot Cook and Shay Buckner. Neither are big in the drug underground, so the threat is minimal. The drug's name is unknown, and the only information we were able to learn is that it's a discontinued product.
Our secondary goal is to see if we can learn anything else about the drugs being traded before taking out the dealers.
That concludes our mission debriefing. We leave in 5 minutes. Shiganshina PD has been notified of the operation and will be waiting on standby to transport the dealers.
You have the merchandise?
I've got them right here. All nice and tightly sealed up. It's $200 for this stuff.
Hold up, bub. I like your enthusiasm, but I need to see what I'm getting before I pay. Pop open the box. Cloud9.
It's strong stuff. Rare and off the market. You can't find these anywhere anymore.
Well, then how the hell did you get it?
I've got my ways.
I like your attitude. Alright, you sold me. I'll buy.
The only thing you'll be buying is a good amount of jail time, bub. Think again. You can pull your second gun, or you can give up. Your buddy over there isn't in too great a position either.
Thanks for your help, Captain. We'll get these two locked up nice and tight in Maria City, and a report will be made and sent to your communication room.
Well, another mission completed successfully. Let's crack this case open and see what we've got. Ooh, this is some fancy stuff. Dated packaging, but other than that, it seems to be completely unused.
It reeks. Whatever this is, it's no wonder why it was taken off the market. This shit smells more like rat poison than anything.
Rat poison or shitty smelling drug. We can take it back to the headquarters and analyze it there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up just a sec, Levi. I found something. Look at this. There's a label etched into the glass. Titan Ink. Huh. Sounds kind of familiar. I think that used to be a pharmaceutical company back when I was younger.
Hey, just checking in. I received your completion log, so I'm assuming everything went smoothly and you're on the way back?
We got caught up doing an on-site analysis of the drugs we confiscated because someone couldn't wait. But we're leaving as we speak.
Alright then. I'll go ahead and have the lab prepped for you when you get back.
We're done here. Hanji, grab the drugs. We'll finish this investigation back at the lab.
Excuse me, Miss Hale. We just got a report in from Storage Site B. It appears a crate from Unit 58G has been counted as missing. In addition, one of our employees is absent today. No word or call from him in our records.
I see. Have reports of this been made to headquarters?
No, ma'am. Not yet. I figured you would want to hear about this firsthand before a report was sent to HQ.
Good. I'll update Caden on the situation during my meeting with him today. Carry on. Damn. I was hoping I'd have more time.
Eileen Hale. It's a pleasure to see you again, as usual. Please, have a seat. Oh, and do shut the door behind you.
Levi, please, could you try sighing a little bit quieter? This process takes time, patience, and you not hovering over me. Well, the good thing is that it isn't nearly as vitriolic as it smells. The chemical makeup is nothing more than a glorified form of ecstasy in liquid form. I can see why it was taken off the market, though. This stuff is strong enough to take out a rhino.
And the bad thing is?
We're still in the dark on what Titan Inc. is, or was. Either way, we can assume they were a pharmaceutical company for obvious reasons. The biggest one being their logo etched onto these vials.
Beyond that, though, we don't have much else to go off of. However, it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to assume Titan isn't completely out of business, considering someone was able to get their hands on a drug that's been off the market for a few years at best. That crate couldn't have come from nowhere, so a source still has to be around somewhere.
Petra's right. No dealer, whatever their ranking, would be able to get their hands on stuff like that. Petra, can you run a search on Titan Inc.?
Way ahead of you, Levi. It says that Titan Incorporated was the pharmaceutical standard during its prime. They were established in 1931, serving in wars as medics for meta-soldiers, since they were the only ones who knew how to at the time. Around 2007, they claimed bankruptcy and supposedly shut down. Other than that, there's not much else on them.
That's better than nothing, though.
So it's completely plausible to assume they're operating still. At least under a different name or through a current company. If that is the case, which we still aren't sure that it is, then they're working under the radar.
We would have picked up on them a long time ago. Very few things are able to get past us.
Perhaps this Titan group is younger than the Legion, and based on its history, it doesn't seem like we've come into conflict with them. That explains why they aren't in our database beyond the basic search engines.
So we're just gonna classify them as irrelevant? Even after finding discontinued products from them?
I'm not discounting them as a threat, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions. We should definitely mark them as a point of interest, but without evidence of crime, past or present, we can't do anything against them.
At the very least, we can all agree that they're still out there somewhere.
So, Eileen, tell me, what's the status of our project?
Progress on the current experiment is going as planned. We're on track, and a near final product should be ready within 2 to 3 months. 2 of our 6 test subjects failed to make it through the experiments, though it seems that some of our calculations are off. We're working diligently to fix these errors in the chemical makeup.
Good. The boss should be pleased to hear this. Anything else to report on?
Regarding the serum, no, sir. However, there was a slight incident early this evening regarding missing stock. A crate of Cloud9 hallucinogen was marked as missing from the discontinued product storage. We don't know its whereabouts.
Well, that's certainly a problem, isn't it? Do you have any idea of what might have happened to it?
Well, one of our workers didn't report in today and gave us no prior warning of his absence. It could be purely coincidental, but perhaps he had something to do with it.
There are no pure coincidences in life, Eileen, and there's no room for mistakes in this line of work. Still, this isn't the worst thing that could have happened. Rest assured, though, any other slip-ups like this in the future won't bode well for anyone. And I do hope you keep that in mind. I'll need a name and ID number for our absent worker, if you please.
Right. The worker's ID is 00459XT8, and his name is listed as Shay Buckner.
How unfortunate for Mr. Buckner, then.
Pardon, sir?
I was just saying how it's a pity that he'll have to be dealt with accordingly. Rather, his actions will have to be dealt with accordingly. A breach in confidentiality this severe won't be tolerated, as I'm sure you're fully aware of.
Of course, sir. Is that all you wanted to speak with me about?
For now, yes. Please, head home. You've done more than enough to help us today, Eileen. I'll see you in our next meeting, Eileen.
Of course, sir.
You two are needed for a bit of work. We have a rogue worker on our hands, Shay Buckner. ID 00459-XT8. His geo-tracker should lead you right to his location.
Finally! Something I can really wreck. Take that, you fucker!
You didn't think I'd let you leave so soon, did you? You poor soul. That knife looks like it hurts. I wonder what would happen if I moved it. You stupid bastard.
You know, honestly, I was expecting a little more from them. How disappointing. But oh well, what should we do with them now?
The usual protocol. We take them and incinerate them, leaving no trace of... Damn it, not this again. Somebody nearby must have heard the crash and called 911. Fuck it. Maelstrom, grab that body. I'll get the other two.
Does anyone want to tell me why I'm up at 7:30 a.m.?
Thank you for coming in, Ymir. Apologies for the inconvenience, but I'm sure you'll find this interesting too.
I'm sure I would, but nobody's told me what the fuck's going on.
Last night, a small team and I intercepted a trade down at Shiganshina Wharf, recovering a crate of drugs from a company called Titan Inc.
Okay, cool. Congrats on stopping crime, one drug at a time.
Is the name familiar to you?
What?
The company name. Does it sound familiar?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know.
What do you mean, kind of? Didn't you steal some drug from a pharmaceutical company?
Don't forget, Ymir. You swore an oath when I inducted you into the Legion. All information
that's beneficial to the cause must be spoken, blah blah blah. Yeah, I remember the oath. Okay, yes. I stole a drug from a pharmaceutical company calling themselves Titan. But it wasn't whatever this drug is.
How do you know?
Because stupid younger me decided it was a good idea to put it in my bloodstream. I know what the drug I stole looked like, and this isn't it.
Well then what was it?
Hell if I know. All I know is that it was potent and it ended up fucking up my biology big time. So long story short, it's bad news. Actually, scratch that. Anything having to do with Titan is bad news in my books.
So should we consider Titan as a threat or not?
Fuck if I know. I broke in, pocketed their shit, and fled. I didn't conduct a full-scale investigation on them, so I don't know if they're a threat or not.
Okay. But what do you think?
About what?
About all of this, dumbass.
I think that the drug I stole was sketchy as fuck, and if there's more of it out there, then that's a problem. Whatever the reasons were for making it are beyond me, but based on the side effects, the final product probably wasn't going to be your typical grade A recreational drug. I hope this helps with any suspicions you've been having.
It doesn't, but in any case, it's more for us to go by.